Hi there, welcome back to my knitting channel. My name is Alena and today we are going to talk about my fall knitting inspiration, maybe a little bit delusional plans or something like that. I have quite a lot of yarn to show you today. It's not like everything new that I got. This is kind of like yarn from my stash, a little bit of a new yarn that I want to use. I don't have a lot of specific projects in mind, but I have some kind of ideas what I want to achieve, some kind of inspiration from my Pinterest board, from my Instagram feed that I want to share with you. So if this sounds like your cup of tea, let's dive in. As you can see from my amount of yarn over here, almost everything is a little bit dark or moody and there is not a lot of color and especially bright colors, but I feel that I'm quite happy with what I have here. And I want to start with kind of like projects that are set in stone because they're test knits and because some of those projects are already on my needles. And it's a little bit hard to talk about all ideas for fall because it's like 31 outside and I really want to have a little bit of fall weather, but we are still not there. So the first one that I want to share with you is this swatch. And this is my Elsie vest by Milena Paulina. If you saw my previous podcast episode, you've heard about this, that I have plans to knit it, and right now I'm knitting it. I'm knitting it with only this is number 20 and only number 10. This is their soft silk mohair and this is their pure wool, pure unique Shetland wool. This is a fingering weight yarn and this is lace weight yarn and this is going to be a cabled vest. And I will add the picture somewhere. And you know that I have pretty... If you've been following me for some time, you know that I have some troubles with vests, let's call it like that. I like vests, but I'm not sure that before I had a good experience wearing them and styling them. I already knitted one which is Ingrid Sleepover, but I don't like how it fits on me. I get a feeling that it's a little bit too small, and I hope that this one with a little bit more positive ease will create something that I will enjoy wearing because it has chunky collar, chunky 2x2 rib on the sleeves, and I think that this color will be great on me. Plus it knits really fast because of these cables, and this is just 4 stitch cables, so you just cross in 2 stitches each time, and you don't need additional cable needle. So this is the first this is the first item that's set in stone over here. Second one is, where are you? Yeah, it's here. This is yes, and that yarn was kindly sponsored for test knit. This is, I hope that it got into the focus. This is llama Como cashmere yarn. I had dreams to try this one, but it's a little bit hard to find in Poland, so I reached out the yarn brand and asked them if I could get a little bit of their yarn to try, and they kindly sent me, gifted and sent me this yarn, and I'm knitting a Maggie vest with it. Probably you got why I'm currently a little bit obsessed with vests. This one will be not so chunky and not so oversized. It will be much more fitted and slim, but I still get a feeling that it should look very stylish. This is one of recent Petit Knits patterns. This is kind of like a button up or button down vest with 1x1 ribbing and very beautiful shoulder detail. Currently I knitted the back yoke and I'm knitting both of front yokes right now. The yarn is so soft. This is merino wool with 70% merino, 30% cashmere, and this is almost a decaish weight yarn, quite similar to the one quite similar to the yardage and gauge that you can achieve with Cardiff cashmere. So this is this one. And I have some even inspirations from Pinterest, how I imagine wearing it. So I'll be showing them over here. And I think that at the very beginning of the fall, it would be nice to wear it with some kind of long shorts or trousers with several necklaces, maybe layering them over here, maybe opening the first or two first buttons, like kind of a little bit of edgy style. I know, I like it. And then when it will be a little bit colder, I have several kind of like almost transparent top with long sleeves. They look like they're a little bit meshy, but they're not too meshy. And I think that I'm going to wear them. I have 3 of them with different prints, that they will look pretty nice with this vest. If you're interested how this yarn will be wearing and knitted up, do subscribe me, and you can follow me and find out what will happen with this yarn. The next one is kind of like a dream. I have a sweater quantity of Cardiff cashmere that I bought myself as a gift because I finished the trial period at my new company, and I bought. They're quite similar, right? This is the theme over here. This is for Maggie cardigan. I have even swatch to show you here. I don't have a swatch for the vest, but I have a swatch for the cardigan. And it was a little bit hard for me to miss the gauge. Vest I'm knitting right now on 4.5mm needles for the right side and 4mm needles for the wrong side, not to get drawing out while knitting flat, because I know that my purl tension may be a little bit more loose than my knit tension, but even my loose purl tension requires bigger needle than the pattern suggests, and this was showed me that I will need to go to 4.5mm needles as well for Maggie cardigan. And I have some inspiration how I'd like to wear this gray cardigan, because I want to have, like one slim, a little bit maybe tight fitting cardigan that you can even layer with something else. For example, you can wear it with a jacket, like with a jacket that will be over your cardigan. That's why I want to have something sleek. You can wear them with some oversized baggy jeans, and it will look so nice. Also, what else I can see is to wear it with some white top. Probably this is obvious how you can style it, but I think that gray cardigan, white top, over here when you can see just a little bit unbuttoned one button, it would be so great, and especially with golden necklaces on that shirt. Or I have just recently ordered myself a beautiful red necklace. I will show you soon. I think it would be also perfect to that one, and that's why I like some more bright necklaces or some accessories and not knits. That's why you've seen only one bright knit that I have here. And that's not all from my set in stone plans. And the next one is big, chunky, oversized striped sweater. I don't have a photo to share with you exactly how the sweater will look like, because this pattern is on the very beginning of testing phase and I just got the yarn for it, but I haven't seen the full pattern yet. I know only about inspiration for that pattern. I will share it with you, of course. This will be a test knit for Ulla Knitwear, and when she showed this and asked if I would be happy to test knit this pattern, I told yeah, of course. This is literally how I see fall this season, because it is chunky, it is oversized, and it has stripes. What else do you need this fall, right? So my contrast color for that one will be, this is BC Garn Simila Melange and BC Garn Baby Alpaca. This is a thin green weight yarn, and this is, I think, kind of like sport decay, somewhere like that. And we have a joiner with us. This will be my contrast color. I've never tried this baby alpaca. It's so soft. I think that I don't have any sensitivities to alpaca, and I like how it feels, and it's extremely drapey. This Simila Melange for me looks similar to Loch Lomond by BC Garn, which I enjoyed knitting with, so I think that it would be a pleasure to knit with these yarns. I haven't swatched yet because I'm waiting for my new needles. I want to try Senit needles, and I ordered 5mm bamboo needles from them to knit this sweater, so we'll get a swatch when the yarn will be here, when the needles will be here. And the main color is Simila Melange in this beautiful 02 color. If you're curious, this one, this dark, is 04. This is 104. Almost black alpaca. It's almost black, but not black. And main color will be this baby alpaca in, show me your color, 131 color, and this is 02 color. And probably you may see that these two are not exactly the same, but I think that it would create a little bit of the marlin, because you can see that this Simila Melange, it's literally a melange color, so it's not truly gray or not truly like dark gray or light gray. It has a little bit of melange in it, so I think that this color will support it a little bit. And of course it is a little bit of struggle ordering yarn online, so it will be like that. We have dark contrast color and lighter main color. And the main idea of that sweater is that I will add slits on both of the sides of the body, and probably I will need it a little bit longer than the pattern suggests, because I want to have really big sweater, and that yarn was also sponsored for this test knit. The other yarn that I will show you was fully bought, and cashmere also, fully bought by myself. So I've shared with you that I want to knit some sleek cardigan, exactly Maggie cardigan, but also I want to knit myself, you know, like big, chunky, cozy cardigan. I don't have exact pattern for that idea, but I have several in my mind right now, and maybe some other designers will decide to come up with something else, and I will be happy to knit something new, or I will think about already existing patterns. One of them is Haraboji cardigan by Ego Knit. It's amazing. This is, you know, it answers for on big, chunky, with cables, like perfect cardigan. Almost all photos that I've seen are in white color, that's why it's like white, cream, beige, that's why it's easy to imagine how it look like, how it will look like as a resulted piece, because you see those colors. But I'm a little bit afraid and intimidated by that cardigan, because I'm not sure that I'm ready to knit it in the way how it knits. It's very interesting construction, but still I'm a little bit afraid of it, especially knitting those cross details flat. I understand how to knit them in the round, but I'm a little bit afraid of knitting them flat, because I may do something wrong and frogging something with cables. I don't really like to do this, but this is still a stunning cardigan that you knit starting from one sleeve. You're knitting full sleeve, then you're knitting flat. That's from what I understand. I don't have a pattern. Then you're kind of knitting like your full front and your full back. This means that you'll knit a long cord flat. Then you're splitting, like binding off your first panel, still continue knitting back panel, then you casting on stitches for the next front panel and knitting once again flat both panels and finishing with the sleeve once again. This is kind of like a magic for me right now, but the cardigan looks very stunning. Yeah, this is big candidate to knit. The next pattern that I'm thinking about probably can close this niche in my wardrobe with big chunky oversized cardigan is jacket number 2, because it is amazing. This is a good cabled cardigan. This cardigan called jacket because it's supposed to be a little bit bigger and more oversized than usual cardigans in our imagination. Let's call it like that, or like in the things how we know them. And it feels like a good jacket that you can knit. I don't remember exactly the recommended yarn. If I'm not mistaken, it was like Jensen and silk mohair, so it will create a little bit sturdier fabric than, for example, I used to. And also you can knit it, for example, with Jensen and some alpaca, like lace weight alpaca or something like that, or maybe even lace weight wool to add additional sturdiness. Because I think that those cables should be very crisp. I like crisp cables. And from time to time I like to have cables without mohair, because you can't achieve crispness with mohair, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but still, this is how I see it. And one of the cardigans that I'm absolutely in love, and it can be perfect chunky cozy cardigan, is a new cardigan by Sandnes Garn. It's a penny cardigan. It's stunning. I'm not sure that I have a lot of brain space of knitting big oversized cardigan in brioche. I think that it should be knitted in kind of like 4mm needles or 3.5mm needles. Really, I'm intimidated by it as well, but I like how it looks. I just would wear it the same as the model wears it, with jeans, bag, and that's it. You don't need anything else because it looks amazing. Maybe I would even knit it in the same olive green color as it was presented by Sandnes Garn. But I think that as a white oversized or cream oversized cardigan, it would be nice as well. And I think that it is in the same category almost jackets, because it is really chunky. And those sleeves, I wish I'd have a lot of time and brain power to knit that one, because I've never tried brioche and I'm literally afraid of it. So if you have some recommendations how to stop being afraid of brioche, let me know. It could be very helpful. And also I'm thinking about some nice sweater with cables. I have quite a lot of, I think that I have 9 balls of this Knitting for Olive merino in color oatmeal. I think this is one of the most, not popular in my stash, but this is one of my favorite colors by Knitting for Olive. And maybe it may seem on camera a little bit dull for me, but I like how it wears. I have a top in it, I also have a cardigan right now in it, and this is like the third garment that I'm planning to knit with this color. But I don't have specific idea about it. I was thinking maybe about Billy pullover by Sari Nordland or something like that. And also, I know that she has Billy cardigan, the same as pullover, but the cardigan version, so probably it can be. And also, let me just check how it's called, because I saw that she currently she has a new pullover, Hugs and Kisses. It gives the vibe of Rory Gilmore's chunky pullover, so probably I'm not sure that I have enough yarn, but probably somewhere in future I would think about knitting that one. I like how it looks. And plus also I saw that Petite Knit is currently working on something with cables, and I saw I think it was Agonit as well, that she is working. She posted recently something, yes, it was she. She posted recently a beautiful photo with cables and something going on with cables, so maybe we will get something new and beautiful. The next thing that I want to share with you is, probably you've seen my video with a list of patterns with polo colors, and I'm still thinking about knitting one for myself. I have enough yarn for Charlie Pullover by Moreka Knit, and I'm obsessed with that pattern, but I've heard that it can be a little bit hard to knit, especially the color, and I have kind of hard time at work right now, and I'm not ready to knit something too complicated because I don't have enough brain space for that, but I have yarn. I have this Knitting for Olive Merino and this Knitting for Olive Soft Silk Mohair that I bought previous year during one of their sales. And this is Plum Clay, both of them. And I think that beautiful polo shirt with, once again, a white t-shirt underneath would be so beautiful. Maybe again with some gold necklace or some silver even necklace maybe, but then silver necklace should be not on the white t-shirt but on this pullover, especially with jeans or with a long black skirt. I have one in my wardrobe. It should be so beautiful. I don't know, I don't have the pattern yet, I haven't bought it, but maybe I need to start and go through it, but we'll see. It's not a plan that's set in stone, but it's something that I really want to have in my wardrobe. And also I'm enhanced a little bit, probably you've heard this in my yearly plans, that I'm not sure which color of my hair I would like to use, plum or maybe this Bordeaux to add a little bit of a color. I don't know, this is also very beautiful color that again I bought during Knitting for Olive sales. They shouldn't have sales. This is very hard for my wallet. My wallet don't like their sales. If we go back to some cabled sweaters, I'm also obsessed. I know, I'm using this word quite a lot, but this is truth and I can't do anything with it. So, Other Loops recently came up with tulip loop sweater. I think that tulip loop is already was released, but tulip roll neck is testing right now. I like especially one version knitted by Rike, handmade by RJ on Instagram, in electric blue. It is amazing. This is, like sweater with cables, but cables not so big, not so chunky, not so complicated, and there is a lot of rib, so you will get this kind of like texture, but without a lot of brain work. So it looks beautiful. I think that I like more this version than the roll neck version, because roll neck version has, instead of a lot of those rib details, moss stitch, and I think that I'm more fan of ribs rather than moss stitch. But maybe I would need, instead of mock neck, a roll neck. I don't know, maybe something like that. And also I saw that you can knit it with Knitting for Olive Heavy Merino and their cashmere, or maybe with some beautiful pure lana from Gepard with the cashmere lace. It should be very expensive, but so soft. I'm not sure that I want to knit every sweater and every garment with mohair, and if I would go with that sweater, probably I would substitute one strand of mohair to one strand of cashmere. Also, I have beautiful yarn that I would like to use. This is Woolala if I'm not mistaken in this pronunciation. This is a Polish hand-dyed yarn. This is kind of like stellina. This is black with silver sparkles, and I have mohair for it. This is Pasquale mohair Bliss, and this is 60% mohair and 40% silk. That's why I'm extremely curious to use it, but I want to use it with this yarn, so it's still lying on my shelf probably for almost a year, because I bought it on a yarn fair previous year. I don't have a specific pattern for that, for this yarn combination, and one of the thoughts that it can be probably, I haven't checked about this Solène cardigan by Moreka Knit. I haven't checked the gauge, but maybe it can be suitable, or it can be something like just simple stockinette sweater. I don't have such ideas right now, and such patterns saved as something that probably I would need, but we have this, and we're looking for something. Maybe something new will come up, and I fell in love and feel that this pattern and this yarn should be together, especially because this is fingering weight yarn plus mohair, like one of the most go-to combinations. And also I have this one. I really want to knit for myself light loop sweater with this yarn, but I don't know if it will be for this fall or maybe for spring. We'll see. Can't guarantee that I will cast on it soon, but we want to have it. We need it. We're in love with it. And one more thing. I have planned to knit myself second version of Blouse number 1 in pure silk in different color. Not that one that I'm currently showing, but I knitted myself this summer Blouse number 2, and I decided to postpone knitting second Blouse number 1, and I think that it was a smart choice, because right now I have some leftovers from my previous test knit, and I have some quality of this, like some quantity of this merino and silk that I bought by myself, because I wanted to knit some camisoles. But maybe I can combine them and check if they will work out, and I have similar dye load, maybe different dye load, but they don't look different. Sometimes this happens with knitting folded, and I can knit myself not a fully pure silk Blouse number 1, but merino and silk, because I feel that it would be very helpful for me to style and layer some garments in fall and winter, especially, imagine black Blouse number 1 with big oversized chunky cardigan in cream color. It should be bright just because of the contrast, but not too bright. I think it can be very, very beautiful, And also I have here prepared my ball of Guépard teddy deer. I have plans to knit myself winter clutch. No, it's not winter clutch, it's teddy clutch by Petit Knit. I really hope that I will finally knit it, but I'm afraid of this yarn. I know that I'm using a lot of afraid of something, but I heard that it can be challenging to knit with this yarn, and once again, when you have a lot of stress at work, you don't want to be stressed with knitting. So we'll see how things will go, but definitely a cute clutch for this fall or winter would be amazing. I found what I wanted to share with you as well. I have 3 balls of this Cardiff cashmere. My dear friend from Instagram, her nick is Knitarina, and she also has her YouTube channel. She had 2 balls of knitting for olive cotton merino in terracotta rose or something like that, and I had exactly the same dye load 2 balls, and I didn't know what to do with that yarn, and she told that she is in love with that color, but she is afraid that 2 balls is a little bit awkward quantity. I emailed her, like I messaged her that I have 2 balls of exactly the same yarn, exactly the same dye load, and I can send it to her. So she decided to send me back some Cardiff cashmere that she had, because she don't need it I was kind of a little bit surprised that someone wanted to trade cashmere for that cotton merino, but I understand why, because like if you don't have ideas what to knit with some yarns just laying, you just want to give it a new home. So my plans with this yarn is to knit some kind of fingerless gloves. Maybe it will be penny gloves by Petite Knit, or gloves number 1, right? They're number 1 by my favorite since knitwear. They're kind of like a little bit with some texture, but still quite simple to knit, so I think that we are going to have some fingerless mitts. And one idea that I have, but I don't have yarn, and this is going to be my goal for my upcoming Oslo trip, is to find red cashmere for myself. I want to knit myself a beanie, probably a weekend beanie in bright red color. I have this inspiration photo in pink, but I want to have the same in red. I think that you can understand what I mean by that, but really I want to have a big chunky red beanie that I will wear, especially with my black and white cord. It should be super cute, but for me it's quite challenging to choose yarn, especially in a red color, to choose it online. That's why I think that I will be looking for something beautiful in Oslo. And soon I will have a big, chunky, oversized beanie. I don't have exact plans to knit exactly weekend hat, so if you have some recommendations for beautiful, chunky beanies that you can knit with cashmere, please let me know in the comments below. And I think that it was it. It was quite a lot. That's why I think that this is a little bit of delusional plans. But we'll see how the things will go and what life will bring and what will happen. Probably not a lot from these plans will be needed, but we'll see. That's just plans, and just you can do whatever you want and I can do whatever I want, so don't be strict. I don't want to be too strict with myself, and that's why I don't have lots of patterns set in stone. I just want to use some yarn from my stash, and that's it. Have a nice whatever you're doing, happy knitting, and see you next time. Bye!